the first thing I was keen to ask you about is we just got the trailer. It was like a 5-hour live stream trail. This was a really strange way of doing it to tease and whet our appetites for Avengers Doomsday. And it was purely based around the cast. It was all about just telling us who was going to be in it, which, well, we'll get into that in a second. But we've, so far as I know, we've got Chris Hemsworth, who's going to be there, Anthony Mackie, Vanessa Kirby, Paul Rudd, Florence Pugh. We've also got, I'm going to have to say the characters' names here. We've got Namor from Black Panther. We've got Shang-Chi. We've got Bucky Barnes. We've got Black Panther. Well, the shitty, not the real Black Panther. Yeah, female Black Panther. We've got The Thing, and we've got Beast, played by Kelsey Grammer again, which is baffling. But yeah, they've got a few of the X-Men, actually. They've got Patrick Stewart reprising his role as Charles Xavier, and Ian McKellen as Magneto.
Yeah, he gets to die, the fourth time, Stewart?
But we've all, I want to see him get his neck snapped again. That was just hilarious. We've also got Alan Cumming as Nightcrawler once again. Rebecca Romaine as Mystique, which is gonna, if she's got the balls to do her bodysuit again, respect to that woman because she's like 50 now. James Marsden as Cyclops and Channing Tatum as Gambit again, and a whole bunch of other people I don't give a shit about, like David Harbour as the Red Guardian. But I don't know, like. This whole thing seems to be predicated on you getting excited for seeing actors do the same roles that they've done a whole bunch of other times in other films. Is that enough?
You mean like Deadpool and Wolverine?
Right. They definitely learned this.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, they have Channing Tatum, don't they? Bringing in the...
They do?
Gambit.
Yeah.
Yes.
They saw the reaction with Robert Downey Jr. and they just repeated it an infinite amount of times. Basically. It was actually more funny, the sort of backlash when the immediate reaction was, many women coming back. Like Grace Randolph lost it. Started asking for Wiccan, of all people, to come back in an Avengers movie.
He was in the leaked art, wasn't he? So
was he?
Yeah, he was in one of the images on that.
Then they
never expected him to be seen again.
It's like they have half the cast of Ghost, Mauler. It's like half the cast of Thunderbolts. They got Ghost in here. It's like a character almost nobody knows.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw someone saying, like, there was no Taskmaster credit. Oh, no. It's like, you don't care. Nobody gives a fuck. Why would
she is in it, though, apparently, isn't she?
She is.
In Thunderbolts, yes, but in Avengers, probably not.
No, I think she is.
I'm trying to work my way through all of them. D'Onofrio's supposed to be in it. So Daredevil.
But so Olga Kurylenko, is that the name that pops up?
Yeah, I think Olga Kurylenko is in it.
You sure? I didn't see that one.
And this time, again, she'll be played by a guy in a suit until they unmask her.
Yeah. Ass blaster. Yeah. But yeah, this just seems like, you know how we talked about before, things like Star Wars, they used to reference classic Westerns. They used to reference, like, Seven Samurai and like adventure serials and all that stuff. Right now, Star Wars just references itself. It tries to get you excited by having characters that you've already seen come back, and it kind of feels like that's the end point of any franchise, where it's like that's all it can do is cannibalize itself. Is that what we're seeing with Marvel now?
We're well into the deep fried era of Marvel. This is all just sad and pathetic. But I don't know, try and enjoy while it lasts, I guess.
I think it's going to change, though. If you think about it, it depends how Fantastic Four is going to do. I mean, especially after Captain America or Captain Checkbox. Do you really think that Fantastic Four is going to have the legs to bring Marvel back?
I don't think Fantastic Four will do very well at all. Fantastic Four as a property historically has never done very well, so I don't think that's going to do particularly well in the movie theaters. But I think actually that there's a bigger statement there really about Marvel with what they've done with the casting. Is that if you're looking at it, it's what's the lessons that Marvel have taken recently? They've gone, right, well, what was our most successful film recently? Deadpool and Wolverine. Let's do that again. So
but with more,
you've got all the Fox X-Men back. Well, you have, haven't you? You got all the Fox X-Men back again. So renders that goodbye of that movie completely moot now, right? And they're going to hang all of this, all of their hopes and dreams of Doomsday going well on nostalgia. It's just all bloody nostalgia again. They're all just coming back again to go away again. Who cares about these I don't know. It's just repeating the same stuff. It's rinse and repeat. That they learned no lessons from these recent box office failures. They've just gone, we just copy what Deadpool and Wolverine did. We'll just do that again, but different. So
I'm famously not a fan of Deadpool and Wolverine. However, you are completely right. That end credit sequence now makes no fucking sense, because why would you put that before the reintroduction of all the characters? It should be at the end. It's like, well, that makes sense now. Good stuff.
Yeah.
It depends what lesson they take, because if it is that they're just repeating what Deadpool, then they've learned nothing. But you could also take it as they've realized the characters that they replace them with are awful, and they're trying to get back to the originals, so that then if they actually recast them all in some way, or they won't make the same mistakes that they did in Phase 5 or wherever we ended up. It is a case of, because that was the whole gender swapping, race swapping area. As long as you get back to the originals in some way, shape, or form, you could use this as a stepping stone to get back there and reboot it from the start with characters people actually like.
But how are you going to do that, Disparu, when they want to reboot it by bringing in all the characters nobody likes? Namor, knock off Black Panther.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you're going to... They're going to try and find the middle ground where you'll accept it, but they also get the characters they want in.
Gotcha.
So this is all under the assumption they treat the Fox characters well, which they don't treat their own characters well, so I don't think we should be expecting that.
And I heard a while back that they said that you're going to have the Calverine in it, or you're going to have multiple Wolverines. Anybody?
I wouldn't be surprised if they do all of those as micro cameos, just to have them in there. Again,
I think we should expect
laugh.
Deadpool and Wolverine are on their way. That this is not the full cast. There's so many people missing that shouldn't be missing. The chief among them
isn't there?
Chris Pratt's not there, right? And it's he's absolutely going to be in it. So there's clearly more casting announcements to come.
But it was odd, Muller. It was odd. You have Hemsworth, but not Pratt. I mean, but
it could just be a matter of it could just be signing. It could just be locking people in on stuff. You can't risk announcing shit when it wouldn't be true yet. So because I thought it was weird to see Hemsworth.
Yeah,
he's not said anything publicly, right?
I got the impression he didn't want to do Thor anymore. He was kind of disgusted after Love and Thunder, and he was like, I don't want to do this stupid shit anymore. I guess with the right paycheck, they got Robert Downey Jr. back, so yeah, why not Hemsworth as well?
I think there was an interview where in the final credits it said, and Thor will return, and he turned to someone and went, I didn't know that.
And I didn't see Brie Larson. I was like, where is she?
I don't think you're going to be seeing much of Brie Larson anymore in anything.
She's going to join Rachel Zegler.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, I don't know, man. It used to be you could get people excited for a movie, especially a Marvel movie, with the prospect of what was going to happen, the plot, the events, how it was going to move the universe forward. Now it's just look at all the people that you remember from other better movies and better franchises. Aren't you excited to see them come back and get humiliated for a quick paycheck?
I can't believe there's never been the return of Professor X. It's you guys did that already, and you broke his neck.
They don't have any narrative. They don't have any story for you to look forward to now, because this was supposed to be the Kang Dynasty, remember? And then it got completely switcherooed for Doomsday. I'm not saying Kang Dynasty would have been good, but all of their plans lack of plans. They didn't really have many plans anyway, but their loose plans went up in smoke.
Yeah.
And then they gave us a 5.5 hour live stream reveal. They must have pure contempt for the actual fans of their property now.
Well, yeah, but you know what's insane? They had 96,000 people watching them live when I happened to spot it.
Mental.
And I thought, I looked at it and I was like, oh, okay, there must be something crazy going on right now. And it was just a shot of a chair with Chris Hemsworth written on it. That's it? That's what you almost 100,000 people are watching right now. But that's the terrifying thing. There's still a lot of retards out there who will just tune in for anything Marvel related. It doesn't matter how stupid it is.
But why didn't they do a San Diego Comic-Con panel? Where's the hype now? I remember, we rag on Marvel, but there used to be such hype, and they used to make some decent films. And so when they did come out, people were like, yeah, okay, I'm excited for this. this was good. They'd come out with an actor on stage. They'd tell everyone what was happening. Here's what we're going to be doing the next few years. Here's our new plans. Here's what we're crafting. Here's the actor. They're going to say a few words. Now it's a 5.5 hour live stream of a chair.
But Mr. H, think about it. Some bean counter over at corporate was sitting there going, we had 97,000 people watching nothing.
Oh, yeah, true.
Man, this is going to be great. Look at this, 97,000 people. We got it made.
Maybe they were like legit banking on the super chats or something that was going to like finance this thing.
Most profitable thing they've done.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, it's going to be, we're going to live stream Robert Downey Jr.'s mask for 10 hours.
Yeah, that's it. And yeah, like I guess when the announcement was first made as well that he was going to be coming back as Doctor Doom, like there was that combination of some people just being like, "Hey, Robert Downey Jr. is coming back," and everyone else just rolling their eyes like, "Oh fuck, yeah, they've reached desperation point now. Break glass in case of emergency. Defrost Robert Downey Jr. and bring him back with a massive paycheck."
Well, it's like with the casting.
Cash.
You
Yeah,
mentioned the studio, but we're in a weird position where you're simultaneously going, well, look at all these people they missed out, and there's also already too many people. So, at best, it's going to be flashed forwards, you're going to see them for a few seconds, they're not really going to contribute to anything, they're just going to have their face on the screen and go. Because there just isn't enough time to have this many people in a movie. And so, you can't get really hyped up about the story, as they're just going to be window dressing.
yeah. And aren't they building up for like a soft reboot of the MCU anyway? Like, so you've got Doomsday, and then that's going to feed into Secret Wars, and that's it, right? Like that's going to be that's going to be the big multiverse crossover blowout event that's going to like bring all this to an end and essentially allow them to just soft reboot the whole MCU, which, to be fair, they kind of need to do at this point because it's so convoluted. It's like every time you tune into a new thing on Disney Plus, it's like it actually gives you the recommended shows you need to watch just to do your homework and understand what the fuck's even happening.
Yeah, but when they do that, does that mean they're going to bring in the old Avengers as the new Avengers? They're going to bring the young Avengers nobody wants as the new Avengers. That's the problem. You go back to character and story. You can reboot it all you want. Are you going to go back to telling a good story with characters people care about?
No, they are never going to do that. That's certainly not with this thing. How long have they even got for production of this fucking disaster? Isn't it like even lower than Fantastic Four, which was lower than Superman, which was already low to begin with, like in terms of a cycle? And then, of course, it's like, have we reached 100 cast members yet in terms of significant recognizable heroes? What the fuck is this mess going to be?
They're trying to make it feel like Infinity War Endgame. That's what I was getting from the 6 hour.
Yeah.
Like, look at this. This is an event film.
The thing is, though, people didn't tune into Endgame just because so many of their characters were in it. They were tuning in because it was the culmination of something that had been built up over the past 10 years. It was a story that drew people in. We wanted to see how all this was going to end. And really, the only ones we gave a fuck about were like Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America. Like when they took on Thanos at the end, those were the ones that were actually important. And that's something you can't replicate. That 10 years of build up and like relatively successful theatrical and critically accepted movies, we're not getting that anymore. And so it's trying to like astroturf enthusiasm for a movie out of nothing, essentially.
Great catch. Yeah, it is. Especially they're bringing in Falcon, the new Falcon. I was like, who? Oh, that guy. It's like nobody gives a damn. I know. Except for the people that everybody wants to see.
Yeah. But the fucking probably like Daredevil will be in there somewhere. Fucking like that's how like kitchen sink this is going to be. Just throw everything you've got at it.